If you're looking to hit the ball further, hit the ball straighter, or maybe even hit that elusive draw going into 2026, then guys, welcome back to Get Good at Golf. I am Chris, and if you're wanting to do exactly that, make sure to hit that subscribe button for golf tips throughout this winter to get you playing the best golf ever. But today we're talking about driver, we're talking about hitting the ball further, we're talking about hitting it longer, but mainly talking about how you could potentially draw that golf ball. Because hitting a draw has probably been one of your life goals in golf. I know mid-handicap Dave is the opposite, he'd love to hit a fade, but drawing the golf ball could potentially get you hitting it further and hitting it past your playing partners. And that's what we want to get you doing, want you to hit it further so you can be closer to the green, then it's easy to hit the greens, then hopefully we can have less shots, we can get your scores down, and we can get you going in the right direction. Because how many times I see people come onto the tee box here, you've always been a fader of the golf ball, so you're going to keep aiming left from here. Oh, it's not bad, it's in play, it's down the right hand side, and it's very much a guide, and it's exactly that, get the ball in play. We're not thinking about hitting it a long way, we're not thinking about hitting it down the middle, we're just thinking about getting it down there. And we want to stop you from thinking about getting it down there and thinking about, right, how far can I get this and what club can I have in and how can I hit it past all of my playing partners by changing something very small. So what I want you to do when you're thinking about hitting a draw is think about what do we need to achieve. So we need to have a closed club face to your path. So how do we change your path? Because if you're somebody who's come over the top for years, you might think, well, I've tried to get it out to the right and I've gone like that and I've still topped it, or I've still hit a big slice. Right, we want to break it down. If you're doing this on the driving range, which is where I would recommend it, not on the 13th hole here at Lindrake, I would suggest getting on your driving range, getting some alignment sticks down, or even maybe one of your spare clubs in your golf bag, and get your alignment pointing to the right. So first of all, we want your alignment with your feet and shoulders pointing down the right hand side. What we don't want to see, which is what I see a lot, is feet pointing down there. Yeah, I'm pointing down there with the feet, and shoulders pointing down the left, because these are straight away working against each other. Yes, you've got your feet alignment down there, but guess what? We're still going to hit that slice. I'm still going to come over the top, and I'm still going to encourage that left to right shot. Another car. It's a busy day today on here whilst we're filming this. Cars galore. So we're still going to hit that slice, and that's not what we want to do. So first check is get those feet correct, get an alignment stick down or a training aid, or even one of your clubs that's in your golf bag. And then I want to make sure that you think, right, left shoulder forward. So even if you can see that in your eye line, and then from there we're going to have your club face ever so slightly close to your stance. And all I want you to do is just make small motions. So let's start off with just a half swing. Right, that's down the middle, it's drawing ever so slightly. I've got the face and I've got the path working together. We don't have to start with, right, I've got that alignment right, I'm going to hit it 120%. I'm going to absolutely wallop this one, because I've listened to Chris, he's told me close my stance, close my shoulders, and it's going to work straight away. Not always the case. So let's build it up. Let's start with small repetitions. Let's keep getting into that same position. So like I say, make sure you have a club down, make sure you have an alignment stick down, something that's nice and easy for you to give yourself that reference every time that you are pointing down the right hand side of the range. For me, for this example, down the right hand side of the fairway. And let's start to just make those motions, get it nice and short, half a swing, right, feet are good, shoulders are good, just so I can see it in the corner of my eye, close that club face, and again I'm going to go half a swing. Right, there we go, a bit more launch, I put a little bit more into that, and that's drawing straight down the middle of the fairway. And interesting, that's gone 40-50 yards further than the slice I hit, so I put a lot of a bigger swing onto that first shot, but the ball speed's now a lot quicker because it's coming out of the middle. I'm able to control that club face and match it up with a path, so it's not a glancing blow. And that's a big thing, 2 down the middle with not much effort is probably better than you giving 120% on that slice, or even those ones where you guide it down there because the stance is not right, we're a little bit skew with, shoulders and feet aren't matching up, and we're not being consistent. But once we've done that, then we want to build in a little bit more speed, but it's speed by swinging a little bit further. So instead of making half a swing, I'm going to get my stance right. Shoulder is my last point of reference. And now I'm going to make a little bit of a longer swing. I'm not going to try and hit it any harder. And again, straight down there, not quite drawing. I'd say that's pretty much straight as you can get. That's pitch where that second one's gone and ran out. So I'm really starting to control where this golf ball is starting, and that's one of the biggest things in golf. If you can improve your start line, even if the curvature moves a yard right or a yard left, if we're getting it starting down the middle, we're already ticking a big box. We're keeping it in play. If we hit fairways, we know we've got an easier club to use, so we're hitting maybe an iron or a fairway wood or even a hybrid. But if it's off the fairway, it's much easier to generate that strike than it is if I've gone into that semi-rough or rough. So yes, I've not only gained distance, but I've also improved that start line. And start line, like I say, is massive to you getting your scores down next year. And if this is something not just for your driver, yes, this video is designed to hit your driver straighter and longer, but you can also do this with your irons and hybrids on the fairway. Start to really exaggerate it. So if you go to the driving range, why not start with your pitching wedge? Warm up with that and start to get that stance changing. Start to get your feet closed, get that shoulder forwards as your last point and your checkpoint, and then build your way up. Go from your pitching wedge, go to your 8-iron, go to your 6-iron, and then you may be into a wood. You might be into a 9 wood, a 7 wood, a 4 wood, whatever you've got into your golf bag. Let's get it all the way through. So if we can do this, you might find yourself 10, 15, maybe even 20 yards extra, or from these drives, potentially 40 yards extra, just by doing this very simple motion. So get in there, get that stance closed. Remember, shoulder forwards, club face down the fairway. And I'm going to go 3/4 again. Right, much better swing, higher launch, but even there, it's maybe not drawing. Again, that's bullet straight. It launched higher, it's come off a lot further. And if we look, that has come out of the center of the face. A little bit low on the face, but that is out of the middle. And once we've done this, let's bring in a full swing. So let's get that stance closed down the right-hand side. Last point, shoulder forwards. And then let's put a full swing on this to our finish. And even that low on the face is still drawing. It's over those bunkers, and that is in a position. If we don't strike it perfect, we just drop back down, back to that half swing, back to that 3/4, and build this up over the winter. Guys, if you do that, it's going to help you get good at golf. And if you want to do that, smash that subscribe button, and we'll see you very soon.